What is going on, everybody? This is your boy JPTHEGLOVE74 back with another video. Today we're going to check out SportsKeeda Wrestling. Why Brock Lesnar fell as WWE Universal Champion. Was he a bad Universal Champion? I would say yes. I would say yes and no, because I feel like when Lesnar won the title in 2017 from Goldberg, oh god. When he won the title from Goldberg at WrestleMania 33, he was actually having some of his best matches. His feud with Samoa Joe. He had great match with both Samoa Joe, Strowman, and Wayne's not really good fatal 40 match at SummerSlam. And his match with AJ Styles was pretty good. So yeah, I would say he's both. I would agree. Ever since he became the champion, he has not been on TV. He just hasn't been on screen. Like he was holding that title hostage. But because mostly the Intercontinental Championship was the main title on Raw when Lesnar was not present. So yeah. Well, do I think he's a bad Universal Champion? I'll say yes and no, because in between he was still having some of his best matches. We're not gonna talk about his matches with woman Wayne's. Oh god. So But we're gonna check out this video right here. If this is your first time, this is JPTHEGLOVE74. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and also subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. Without further ado, let's get into this.
At WrestleMania 33, one of the most highly anticipated matches on the card was the clash between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg for the Universal Championship. This was the culmination of a fierce rivalry that had been brewing for months, making it a marquee event in WWE history. Lesnar defeated Goldberg at the show, winning the Universal Championship for the first time in his career.
Yep.
The match was short but intense.
It was fun. It was a fun match, though. It was a really fun match.
This was the first time that Lesnar defeated Goldberg in his career, marking the beginning of a lengthy reign as Universal Champion, a title he would hold for over 500 days. In the main event of the same night, Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker in a lackluster match. This was only the second time
I remember that.
after Lesnar ended his undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30. Now, why are we talking about this? Well, this part is important to tell the story. Coming to Brock Lesnar, he was already a multi-time WWE champion before winning this title. Fans were expecting an exciting title reign from Lesnar, as he was an established name in WWE.
He was,
and around this time, new stars had emerged. So fans wanted to see some dream matches with Lesnar. After winning the championship at WrestleMania, Lesnar and his advocate Paul Heyman came out on the following Raw after Mania. Heyman cut an intense promo talking about how Lesnar would be a dominant champion. He also talked about the 2 in 23 and 2, referring to Roman Reigns defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He further said that history demands for Lesnar and Reigns to clash, as they are the only two people to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. This was the point when fans began to see the direction WWE was heading, realizing that Roman Reigns was being positioned as Brock Lesnar's eventual successor.
Stand back. There's a new wrestling quiz coming through. Check out Brain Buster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
WWE had attempted to establish this feud a few years earlier at WrestleMania 31, where Reigns and Lesnar had an intense match that ended without a clear winner due to Seth Rollins cashing in his Money in the Bank contract mid-match. Now was the time to revisit the rivalry, but the showdown wouldn't happen right away. Instead, fans would have to wait an entire year for the walk-away clash. In the meantime, Lesnar had a stare down with Braun Strowman on the Raw after Mania.
This was pretty cool.
Now on his radar before walking out. Lesnar was a marked man as he had the title. He disappeared for a few months, and WWE held a fatal 5-way to determine
this was a good match. This was a good match right here.
Universal Championship, which was won by Samoa Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. Samoa Joe, who had just made his main roster debut.
The feud between Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar was really fun. I really enjoyed that feud.
Fans loved him, even though he was a heel, and they wanted to see him succeed.
Yes.
The next week on Raw, Paul Heyman appeared to congratulate Samoa Joe on his victory, but Joe responded by
Yes.
launching him in the middle of the ring, declaring it a message to Brock Lesnar. Heyman rarely takes
It's such a crime to this day that Samoa Joe never became a world champion in WWE. Such a
how the
crime.
feud between Joe and Lesnar started. A match between the two was set for the Universal Championship at Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire.
That was an awful name for a PLE.
Yes, it was.
Lesnar and Joe engaged in a brutal brawl that had to be broken up by the entire Raw locker room. The confrontation further intensified the rivalry.
Yes.
with both men showcasing their aggression.
I like
Joe's fearless attitude made him one of the most credible challengers to Lesnar's reign.
Yeah.
They also had a sit-down interview where both of them were isolated from each other. It was one of the best sit-down interviews in WWE where Joe came out as an absolute badass.
Yes, he did.
It seemed
Yes.
like Joe was the hunter and Lesnar was the hunted. Fans were excited for this match, as in a long time, a credible challenger for Lesnar had emerged.
The build between Lesnar and Samoa Joe was really good. I love
As
that.
the Beast had just started his reign, but everyone expected him to give a tough fight to Lesnar, which he kind of did. At Great Balls of Fire, Joe attacked Lesnar before the bell even rang, giving him the upper hand. Joe was the aggressor during the match, trying to choke Lesnar out. However, the match did not last long as Lesnar delivered an F5 and won the match. It was disappointing to say the least.
It was.
Looking at the build-up, this should have been a classic.
It should have been a classic. It should have been a longer match.
Raw, Lesnar had a meeting with Raw General Manager Kurt Angle in the middle of the ring. This was to talk about the next challenger for the Universal Championship. As the segment was going on,
This segment was iconic. I love this segment. This was so
Reigns was having
iconic.
an intense feud with Braun Strowman around this time. Shortly after, Samoa Joe stormed out furious over his loss to Lesnar, declaring that the Beast had
I remember
truly
that,
won,
yes.
but had merely escaped him. They had a very fun back and forth. Watch this segment if you haven't. It's truly entertaining.
It's really good.
Kurt Angle made a match between Roman and Joe to determine the challenger for Lesnar. However, during the match, Braun Strowman came out and attacked everyone, emerging as another challenger for Lesnar. Soon it was announced that Brock would defend his Universal Championship in a fatal four-way match.
This match right here was so good. I love this match.
This was a blockbuster main event.
It was.
From the opening bell, the match was non-stop action.
It's definitely one
All
of the
four
best fatal
competitors
four-way matches
wasted
ever.
no time going after one another. Lesnar found himself on the receiving end of brutal assaults from all three challengers, each eager to weaken the champion. Strowman emerged as the early standout of the match, unleashing his fury on everyone, particularly Lesnar. In one of the most memorable moments of the night, Strowman slammed Lesnar through two announce tables, and then tipped a third one over on top of him, seemingly taking the champion out of the equation. Lesnar had to be stretchered out of the arena, leaving the remaining three to battle it out. Despite the devastating punishment, Lesnar made a dramatic return to the match and managed to retain his title. And guess who was the guy to get pinned? It was Roman Reigns. Fans knew that WWE was breaking Reigns down before his eventual match with Brock. In the meantime, Lesnar started feuding with Braun Strowman, who was getting huge fan reactions around this time.
He was.
Due to his fearless intensity.
Yeah, Strowman in 2017 was unstoppable. He was so cool.
A match between the two was set at No Mercy. Braun was so hot that if WWE
He was.
decided to
He
go
was
with him as
white
the
hot.
top guy and give him the title, fans would have accepted it.
Yeah,
However,
definitely.
at No Mercy, Lesnar again won the match with an F5 in a lackluster match.
Of
In
course.
two highly anticipated matches with hot challengers, Lesnar failed to deliver. While the
Yes.
fatal four-way at SummerSlam was entertaining, it wasn't solely driven by his performance.
True, yeah, I
The
agree.
next match involving the Beast Incarnate was
This
an
match
absolute
here.
classic. At Survivor Series,
this is so good.
WWE booked a champion versus champion match with the Universal Champion from Raw facing the WWE Champion from SmackDown. Jinder Mahal was the WWE Champion around this time, and it was he who called out Lesnar. But
Who
just
knows
a few
Jinder Mahal
days
as
before the
champion?
match, AJ Styles won the WWE Championship from Mahal and went on to face Lesnar at Survivor Series. It was the first time that Lesnar was facing AJ Styles, and the match delivered.
It did.
The match featured several high-impact spots, with Styles using his agility while Lesnar used his power to neutralize him. Lesnar won the match, but Styles pushed him to his limits. It is still regarded as one of the best matches in Brock Lesnar's career.
Yes, it is.
His next match came at Royal Rumble 2018, where he successfully defended his title against Braun Strowman and Kane in a triple threat match. During this match, Strowman delivered a sick knee to Lesnar with a legit punch, showing that he is not one to be messed with. It was WrestleMania season, and everyone knew who was going to be his opponent at the grandest stage of them all, Roman Reigns. It was booked since the day Lesnar won the Universal Championship.
It was.
Reigns went on to win the Elimination Chamber to earn his opportunity to fight Lesnar at WrestleMania 34. Around this time, WWE started telling the story that Lesnar was a lazy part-timer who did not have passion for the business. Roman Reigns talked about this, but it did not work.
It didn't work.
Fans were uninterested in this feud as they knew that Reigns would eventually dethrone Lesnar.
It did not work.
They did not like the fact that WWE was pushing Reigns so hard as a good guy, despite fans rejecting him so many times. At WrestleMania, the match was met with boos.
This match right here is one of the worst. It's one of the worst matches.
It was a weird situation.
It was.
Lesnar delivered multiple F5s and busted Roman Reigns wide open and won the match. Yes, where fans expected Reigns to win, he did not.
He did not.
His face was covered with blood as Lesnar walked out with the championship. This was done to give him some sympathy. It was part of the story of Vince McMahon trying to force Roman Reigns as a face and wanting Brock to be the big obstacle in his way. Fans reacted negatively to this decision, feeling frustrated by the prolonged quest of WWE trying to push Roman as an underdog and eager to move past. Even Lesnar was not happy with this.
Yep.
Throwing the Universal title at Vince McMahon.
He do a title wide Vince.
WWE continued the Roman Reigns feud with another Lesnar win in Saudi Arabia, where they faced in a steel cage match. This was controversial as both Lesnar and Reigns went off the cage when Roman hit the spear. With this, Roman was back with nothing while Lesnar disappeared again for a few months with the title.
Of course.
Fans were getting frustrated now as their top champion wasn't on TV. They just wanted Lesnar to lose the title now.
Yes, they
Reigns
did.
was still going to be the guy to beat Lesnar at SummerSlam 2018. The big dog finally defeated Brock for the first time in his career and won the Universal Championship. After
fans still did not
Brock Lesnar was not the champion. This was the longest reign of modern time up until this time, but the fans had their complaints with this. Lesnar was often criticized for his limited TV appearances, and in 504 days, he only defended the title 7 times. That's not a high number considering the length of his reign. While Lesnar had some standout matches during his title reign, it didn't make sense to keep the title on him for so long. Also, it did not help Roman Reigns.
No, it did not help him.
To become over with the fans. In the end, even if Lesnar hadn't had this lengthy reign, it likely wouldn't have made much difference. He won the championship again after Roman announced that he was suffering from leukemia and relinquished his title, and dropped it to Seth Rollins before winning it again by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. Yeah, Brock Lesnar with the Money in the Bank contract. It's a topic of a different video. He lost the title to Rollins again at SummerSlam 2019.
That was a good match too. That was a really good match too. Yes.
His later Universal Championship reigns weren't that bad, as they were not very long like his first one.
Right. But you're going back to what I said earlier. I will say Lesnar, like I kind of take that back. What I said earlier, Lesnar's not having the best matches when he first won the Universal Championship. He did have some good matches, but not really so great. You know, and he had a good match with Samoa Joe. I wish it could have lasted a little longer. That amazing Fatal 40 match at SummerSlam 2017. It's still considered one of the best Fatal 40 matches ever. Even though Lesnar got taken out of the match, it's still a really fun match. And then the Braun Strowman feud was pretty cool. Instead of that lackluster match, and also that match with AJ Styles, that was Lesnar's best match as he was a champion. That was Lesnar's best match ever. So. And going back to what SportsKeeda said about how they were building between Lesnar and Reigns, the fans still did not want Reigns to be that top guy at the time. They were still rejecting Roman Reigns, but Vince was doing everything he could to make sure the fans can buy into Roman Reigns. And that match at WrestleMania 4 was so bad. It's considered one of the worst matches in Mania history. Like because they did so much. They did so much to get Reigns over. It still did not work. And so I'm really glad Roman Reigns finally found that niche. When he turned heel, he finally found that niche, and fans really starting to love Roman Reigns now because you're letting Reigns to be himself, not just a corporate guy. You're letting Roman Reigns to be himself. So that's what made Reigns so darn good right now. But yeah, I would say Lesnar. When Lesnar won the belt the second time, I feel like his matches were a lot better. Like his matches with Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, they were really good matches. I really enjoyed. And that match at SummerSlam 2019 was really good. So I would say when Lesnar won the belt the second time, it was a lot better. So that's all I had to say about this. But do I think he was a bad champion? I would say yes and no at the same time, yes and no. So that's just me. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Lesnar was a bad Universal Champion? Leave your comments down below. Until next time, this is your boy JPTHEGLOVE74. If you like this video, please make sure you hit that like button and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. Hope you guys have a really great day. God bless y'all and peace.